we doing, my friends? Yeah! Everybody pumped for a good weekend? Everybody pumped for Clash at the Castle? What else are you pumped for? We don't talk about that here. This is a WWE weekend. No, I'm kidding. We like all wrestling, right? That's the whole point. That is the whole point. Apart from, I'll tell you what I don't like. This is true story. I was actually meant to tell the WhatCulture guys this. I didn't get around to it. Right, I'm sporting a beard right now. As you can see, it's a very, who hands up if you've got a beard? No tries, only successes. And then someone earlier said to me, your beard is very grey, Simon. I'm like, yep. I don't know what to do with that information. I went grey in my beard when I was 16 years old. Not good with hair. Not good with hair at all. It's like when you go and do karaoke. I know I'm talking about this now. These two things happened to me in the past 2 weeks. You go up and you do karaoke, and then you get back down and someone goes, well, that wasn't very good. What are you going to be Celine Dion? It's not a good reference. Celine Dion hasn't been popular since like 1995. Anyway, we're going to move all that to one side. I like to get my annoyances out before we do start. Who would like to do a why about why the UK needs more major, not just WWE, but AEW pay-per-views? Yeah? Say here's why for me. No? Say here's why. Here's why. Thank you very much. It wasn't very good. We got no connection right now. But don't worry, we'll build up to it. Here is the thing. How many people here right now actually live in Cardiff? See? That's good. Now we're getting the connection going. Not one person. So every single person. Newport. No, but the event's in Cardiff. Don't ruin my thing on camera. It looked great. We're a YouTube channel. But the point is that everybody is converging. Everybody is coming together, whether you live in England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, etc. Everybody is coming together in order to celebrate professional wrestling. Now, people do this in America obviously all the time. WrestleMania is the big one. Anyone go to WrestleMania this year? There you go, that's good. This is what I like. So you want that kind of event, you want that kind of spectacle, you want that kind of event where you think something could happen. Who remembers Rebellion? Remember WWE Rebellion and Insurrection and One Night Only? Do you remember these? They were fun. We enjoyed going to them. At least I did. But never did I think anything of any note was ever going to happen on them. Because it was just for us, it was just our audience. Now, you can make the counterpoint that I think it goes live in some states tomorrow at like 10 a.m. So maybe when the main event is on, it's going to be like 1 p.m. Is Drew McIntyre really going to become the unified champion with a limited audience in the US? We don't know. But I would say that this event, we are closer to seeing something than we have before. And wrestling is a global thing. Wrestling is a worldwide thing. Like, I bet, how many people in here actually know each other? Like, I mean, who has come in a group more than 2 people? Who's here in a threesome? Okay, so there's a few of you, right? So mostly we're coming in, we've come as a 7, a 6, we're just smashing it. And the guys at Sin City, look, everybody wants to get involved. But this is the thing, it brings people together, it becomes an event. And again, the event isn't till tomorrow, but you've come on Friday. Maybe you're doing something on Sunday, because there's a bunch of indie shows. I know that Progress are running a show. A load of people are getting involved. They're doing what companies in America do for WrestleMania. They're piggybacking. That's what they're doing. But it's good. And I think, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Show of hands, or noise, whatever you want to do. Who thinks that Drew McIntyre will win the championship tomorrow? Yeah. Now, who thinks that because they want it? And who thinks that because they genuinely think it's going to happen? Because I'm 50-50. Like, I'm genuinely 50-50. Do I think it's a good idea? Yes. The build, Drew McIntyre right now, I'd argue, is more momentum than he ever has done. He feels like a star. He's had the video packages, all these kind of things. But again, that resonates more with us because we know they're coming to the UK. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. But is it part of WWE's plan? We don't know. We have no idea. But we now believe, because this is a proper event, I think technically they are going to sell more tickets for the event tomorrow than they did for WrestleMania in terms of one of the nights, right? So it's the biggest single night gate they'll do in 2022. And hopefully if we can get that kind of rocking and rolling, we can get to 2023, 2024. We can have our big event in September. We can go north of the UK. We can do Scotland, Ireland, etc., whatever it may be. And as soon as somebody understands that you can get a big title change, then all of a sudden more people across the pond, as they say, will tune in. Because it did happen at SummerSlam 1992, of course. We all know about that. That was very catered to a UK audience, but we lived in different times. It was well, there was no social media, right? There was no online. I know this. Well, I don't know this, I have to say, because I was basically a fetus. Do you want to know my SummerSlam 1992 story? Yes. Who doesn't want to be sad? It's a sad story. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, bro? It's not funny. Joking. He's wearing a Bret Hart t-shirt. He's fine with me. Ties in, right? I could have seen it. So, my dad, Graham Miller, my dad, he used to be, some of you may know him, if you're of a particular age, if you ever watched News at 10, and remember Trevor McDonald? Do you remember there's a bald guy next to him doing sports? That's my dad. This is a true thing. Oh, he got a reaction. He'll like that. He'll watch this. He'll be impressed. So, when the WWF rocked into town, you know, ITN, ITV, whatever it was called, Thames I think it was at the time, they're like, well, we've got to go do that, right? It's a big event. We're doing it at Wembley, etc., etc. So my dad went down there. He thinks he interviewed Hulk Hogan. But Hulk Hogan wasn't on that show. So I think he may have got confused. But he definitely interviewed Hacksaw Jim Duggan, because he came home, again, this was many years later, and actually had a brain that could recollect memories. And he was just like, who is this weird man with the 2x4 that just goes, oh, the whole time? So I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, when he was done with that, because he'd interviewed them, he was given, get this, free tickets to SummerSlam 1992. Free! You don't have to pay anything. That's what free means. So, we went to see my nan and granddad on that day. Weird timing. What were we doing? But we did. That's what we did in the morning. I sat there, I was desperate, obviously, thinking about SummerSlam, dreaming about SummerSlam, you know, just completely SummerSlam. Start driving to the show. It's a true story. I'll tell you, I swear that I'll ring him right now, and he'll tell you. I have a brother, right? Doesn't really care about wrestling, bit of an asshole. So, he won't watch this. When we were driving, again, we were super duper young. Do you know what I mean? We're like 2, 3, 4 years old, whatever it is. And he starts playing up, right? Starts playing up. Ironically, I think he actually did slap my head. So that's a kind of a weird thing. And my dad did the whole, I will turn it, one more time, and I will turn this car around. My brother took his hand. He hit me in the head. My dad turned the mother flubbing car around. And we didn't go to SummerSlam 1992. You hear that, Graham? Seriously, that's a true story. That's a true story, and I tell you, it kind of works out nice because, now I'll be the asshole. So the first WrestleMania I ever went to was WrestleMania 24, Ric Flair's retirement, Edge and Taker in the main event. And I got to go there with work. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I worked in video games. Somebody rang me up and said, Simon, if you put the WWE game on the cover, you get to see it at WrestleMania. I went into my publishing meeting that morning and said, I think we should do WWE. So I like to think that's karma, right? That's life's way of going, well, here you go, slap on the ass. Now, what that's got to do with WWE running a UK show every year, I don't know, but what I do know is that if they had run one in 1993, it could have been rectified. And I wouldn't have had to wait 3 decades to go to another one. But genuinely, I don't just think they should be doing it here. They should be doing it in Japan. They should be doing it in Mexico. They should be doing it in Greece. Why the flop not? Let's go to Greece. What's happening in Greece? We don't know, because no wrestling events go there. And that's where I get my news, from the people over there. That's the only news source I care about. And of course, I want to make sure we bring in all companies. It's the same with AEW. Now, there is rumors and speculation that if it wasn't for the pandemic, they already would have flown in here by now, and they would have done something. But of course that did happen, so obviously you have to reset. I get it, man, you've got to get your main market rocking and rolling first, which they have done now. So as far as I'm concerned, in 2023, let's say September is just WWE's month now for UK pay-per-views. Well, in the summer, beforehand, in June or July, let's do a big AEW show too. Like, they're doing specials all the time. It doesn't have to be an all-out, it doesn't have to be a full gear, a revolution, etc. Let's just do, I don't know, who's got the best name for a British show? Clash of the Castle weren't great. What should AEW show be called? Does anyone have a good idea? Anyone?
Clash at the Craven.
Clash at the what?
Craven.
Because of Craven Cottage. Why do you want to wind Twitter up? If you say clash at anything, oh my gosh, they'll make down. Hello, Twitter. Hey, Twitter. Hope you're well. No, but I genuinely, I would love to get to a point where everyone can do it, because I certainly know all the guys here are totally stoked that we get to have an event like this, and given that the sort of main thread running through it is professional wrestling, or sports entertainment, I don't care, call it whatever the hell you want. I think that's good for everybody. It's a good distraction, loads of crazy stuff going on in the world, and when you can just have, like I say, 48, 72 hours to really invest something that you want to live, so let's not forget, first and foremost, wrestling is a live experience. That's what we should be doing. And the wonderful thing is the internet does exist, social media does exist, so if somebody does want to get up at 10 a.m. in another country and watch it, they can. And let's face it, we've watched enough 1 a.m. pay-per-views. Right. I like to finish by being the villain. I don't know, I'm a strange man. We're wrestling fans, right? Sometimes you want to be the bad guy. Sometimes you want to be the heel. As a show of hands, and I include, watch my hand too, right? I'm going to join you with this. Who would prefer it if all pay-per-views were on a Saturday? No, I'm the asshole. I get to review them. I don't want to do it on a Sunday. That's my one day off. No, I'm kidding. I'm absolutely kidding. I do not mind. I do not mind at all. I have taken enough of your time. Am I in the next segment? Don't know. I may be back. Either way, I genuinely, and we all genuinely appreciate every single one of you coming down here. We've got a few tidbits that we're going to do for the evening. If you're coming tomorrow, we'll have even more tidbits there. But genuinely, appreciate your time, appreciate your support. For this, the YouTube, for everything, and I'd say I'll see you soon. I would usually walk off, but I don't know what's next. So I'm going to do this pose, and I'm going to walk. Thank you, my friends.